freaking great season of TV, alright? It's just the fact, it's just the truth. Netflix, you done good. And bar the editing, I had like no qualms with the storytelling. Like the writing was pretty good, the acting was good, the cinematography was good, the set design was good. I mean, all these things were good. I mean, up to episode 10, I think the season just fell apart in the last episode, which was unfortunate. But beside that, I loved the show. I had no problems until episode 10 and the way they took the actual story. But all those things were pretty good up till that point. But I don't want to talk about that because I already had a mental breakdown yesterday about it. You know, I needed to rant, and I did that. We'll just start off with Danny, I guess, the Iron Fist, or one of the Iron Fists. Yay. Danny had great character development in this season, and it was handled really well until the last episode. As I've been saying, it wasn't necessary the way they went with the story. Regardless of any of that, Finn Jones did a really good job with this character. One thing which stuck out right from the start was the fight choreography, and it was done so much better than any other season Iron Fist has been in, and it really did give that visceral feeling of when the first season of Daredevil came out. Like, it had that feel to it of the grittiness and the realness, which isn't in any of the other Netflix shows. It's not in Jessica Jones, it's not in Luke Cage, and Punisher is just a bit too heightened with all the gun violence and stuff. This is like hand-to-hand combat, and it's done particularly well. It was really cool to see the relationship between Davos and Danny grow in this season, and Davos is obviously the big bad, the Steel Serpent. And something else that really did, I guess, blossom in throughout the season was his relationship with Joy. I wasn't sure how that would really go because they're both not the most charismatic characters, I would say, but they had this tension between them that was really, really good. He was a really good villain with strong motivations. You understood what he was doing, why he was doing it. Not that you agreed with him, and seeing him wield the Iron Fist with both hands, it was like, this is like the nerdgasm moments where you're just like, this is sick. I do think that the CGI-ness of his red glowing fist wasn't as good as the stuff they did with Danny's. I don't like the white fist either. It just looks awful. As I said, I didn't like the red one or the white one, so it's not like I'm being picky. I think they put more time and effort into it, and I think you can see it. You know, he was just a generally fucked up guy. Who had mummy issues. He definitely had, maybe the mummy issues, it seems like, might have contributed to him having some type of fucked up thinking. Bad parenting 101. Don't abuse your kid. One thing in particular I really enjoyed was the fact that they brought in a lot of lore from the comics here, especially with the Crane sisters and how the Crane family were the ones who gave Davos his powers, essentially, and making him their Heavenly City protector. I really didn't think it was something we'd see. But they gave it to us, and I'm happy about it, so thank you for doing that. They did a different take on it, but they kept with an existing lore and built around it, whereas the stuff they did with Colleen was just utter garbage. Ward, my man, you were phenomenal in this season. You put in a great performance. Like, it was so good, it was so grounded and real. It was stunning, and I just feel like they chucked your character to the curb in the last episode of the season. He's probably the most developed character of the season at this point. Maybe in any Netflix show. Maybe in any Netflix show, he's the most developed character from the shit he's been through, on screen at least. Because obviously we can't see the things Daredevil has been through off screen, but we feel what the character has been through. But this is the stuff that we've seen him do on screen. He's a mad lad. They really did fuck up with that last episode. I'm sorry, they just did. As a general point, the story and character work was so good in this season. It was something which I haven't really felt since the first season of Jessica Jones, because I think Daredevil season 1 and Jessica Jones season 1 had this feel to it, and this one had that aura about it because of the work put in by all the actors on screen. So great work as a team there. You really pulled each other forward. Joy was someone who I enjoyed quite a lot. In season 1. She was decent, and she built on that in this season. She did have a full story there. She was a really well-rounded character. She did have flaws, but it's sort of what makes her and all these characters work. The fact they have flaws, and it was paralleled with the problems her brother's having as well. It was nice to see them together and the story they go on as siblings in this season. Jeez, I was shocked at this. Misty was freaking amazing. Forget the Luke Cage stuff. She's good in them. She's good. But this was something else. I was against the Daughters of the Dragons TV show, like, for them to do it. But after this, I'm just like, you know what? I think I want it. I think I would be happy and excited to see that TV show because of the relationship her and Colleen have built. I do think I would like to see that TV show without Colleen having a fucking iron fist. Take away her iron fist. I don't know, now at this point it seems stupid to take it away. I don't know how you do it because it would just seem like story-wise useless. But I want a Daughters of the Dragon season now. Yes, we get to Colleen now, and I already ripped her yesterday. The way they took the story in the final third of the season. Now, I'm not gonna say anything else because I've already got all that out. What I will say is that I hated her becoming the Iron Fist, okay? It's just true, I hated it. Even though they shoot in a useless backstory to try and fit it out and fill it out, it just didn't work. I'm sorry, you might have convinced some people that this is the right thing to do and this was good. It wasn't. The truth is, the character did grow through the season, and you could see that from episode 1 to episode 10. And honestly, I thought she would reject the power at the end. I thought she'd say, no, Danny, this is for you. This is something you need, and you need to work on yourself to get better, to use it efficiently and properly. It's not about me, Danny, it's about you. And then they turned the whole season and series and just made it about her. It was his destiny to meet her so he could give her the Iron Fist. That was his destiny. That's what I say to this. That's what I say to this. She did take the power, and it's just sort of destroying the lore of these great characters like Colleen and Danny, not just one or the other. Like, it is really destructive here for people who've read the comics. As I said, you can take liberty when you're transposing from one medium to another, but don't just write something else and say it's something. Like, it's stupid. And I almost forgot that Alice Eve as Mary Walker, Bloody Mary, we got Bloody Mary finally, was a revelation. She was amazing. She played it so well. And I didn't actually like the character when she was first introduced, but as each episode went by, I enjoyed her more and more. I mean, the fact that we could potentially get a Daredevil Bloody Mary crossover is what, like, these connected universes is all about. This is what the type of stuff these nerdgasms are for. They brought in the actual MCU here by saying that she was a war veteran in Sokovia. Small things which maybe make you feel like maybe it is connected to the bigger universe, but at the same time, if no one's getting dusted, then I guess it's not. I've said that I like every episode except 10. And one of the reasons for that is Colleen engulfing her katana in her white Iron Fist aura, alright? Danny couldn't do that after having the fist and practicing. Davos couldn't do that after being trained specifically, but you, after a couple of months, you can do it. Good on ya. Good on ya. Well done. Beside that, another issue I had, which maybe actually was a bigger problem thinking about it. I mean, because she'd already got the power at that point. That's already an issue. But the fact she could put her aura onto the sword, you know, that's one thing. It's a power accessory. It's not the actual power. But for some reason, Danny, the big man himself, got his fucking Iron Fist back in the last scene of the show. Mans can glow up both his fists. Now, where the fuck did he get this power from? He has to have drained someone who has the power of the Iron Fist. Like, who did he drain? It doesn't make sense. You can find a corpse of someone, but you need a living Iron Fist to transfer the power over. So, who did he drain to get the power? Something isn't adding up. What was the point of giving Colleen the Iron Fist if in like 2 months' time you're just like, I'm ready for it now. I've grown enough and I have the fists. I have my fists. It doesn't make any sense. It's sort of chucking away the stuff you did with her because you're trying to progress in another way with the series, but you've just sort of chucked that away by giving him his powers back already. Like, with the way it was going, I was like, okay, he's gonna have to wait. He might have to wait a whole season to get his powers back. And then it's like, no, he's already got him. Like, it's sort of like a throwaway. It sort of made the season useless. As a whole, like I said, the season was great. It was a lot of fun. I think anyone who watches it can take something from it and enjoy different aspects of it. I think that there was a lot of great character work here, a lot of great storytelling. So apart from that last episode, like I said, everything else was just bang up good. So what would I give this season out of 10? Now, I don't know about this. This is a tough one because there are aspects that I loved and certain things I hated. I'll give the show an 8.5 out of 10. It was good, it was solid, it was a lot of fun. Probably one of my preferred Netflix seasons of TV. But if they'd just taken it in a different direction with the ending, this could have genuinely been a 10. And that is It's unfortunate me looking at it now being like, this had the potential to be one of my favorite TV seasons of all time, and it was taken because of that last episode. I hope we do get a season 3, considering this one's probably gonna be more successful than season 1. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Iron Fist himself is gonna come after you, and you don't want that. You really don't, so just subscribe and to avoid that. I've been Aaron, just comment. You have been great, and I'll see you next time. Skadoosh.